Thank you for being here. We are about to get into an episode about having confidence in your marketing. Grab yourself a beverage and a notebook and be prepared to be inspired. Go ahead, I'll wait. Just push start when you're ready. Well, good morning or afternoon, wherever it is, whatever time it is. Thank you for being here. Today, we are going to talk about confidence. It's kind of what our channel's about. We don't talk about it often. We just kind of do things that boost confidence, or, we host activities that make you think about your confidence levels, or we use AI prompts that make you start feeling more confident about yourself. But very rarely do we actually talk about confidence. And that's interesting because when you have a confidence issue, and I got into a kind of a word battle, not really a fight, about this the other day with a marketing manager. When you have a confidence issue, it can really freeze you in place and stop everything from happening. And as a marketing professional, I understand how that is because, when it was just me, myself, running our business, my business, back in the day when I was a freelancer, I didn't promote myself very well. And everything that I looked back on that I did promote myself with absolutely sucked, and I hated it. Because we have low confidence in ourselves and a ton of confidence in each other. And the thing is some people are backwards in that, and they have a ton of confidence in themselves and don't trust anybody. Both are not good. You need to have an equal mix of understanding who people are, who they really are, not who they tell you they are, who you feel that they are, but who they really are. But you also need to know who you are, who you really are, not who you tell yourself you are, but who you really are. And you're an empowering, amazing person with so many different abilities, thoughts, processes, and you have so many things that you want to do and can accomplish and already have accomplished. And something as trivial as, a hair out of place, or a misspoken word, or a jacket not fluffed the right way that you didn't, appreciate, made you feel like you weren't worthy of sharing that message. And as a marketing manager, I just want you to know that your message is you, and we love you. We love what you do. We love what you're about. We love what you teach us. We don't care if, a hair is not where it was supposed to be. I'll be honest, we probably didn't notice. And confidence holds us back from marketing our own business because we are not feeling like we are perfect. And it's unfortunate that there is such a word as perfect. It doesn't actually exist. I mean, I believe that, the Son of God was perfect, and that is the only perfection. I don't believe that we are perfect or need to attain it or try to reach it or make that even a goal. I think beauty is in the imperfections, because beauty is where we are unique. The imperfections are where it separates us apart. It might be a scar from something we went through, but we're stronger. It might be, just a different way we were born, or something that's different about us, but that doesn't make it bad. It makes it different. And because different is scary, if we are used to seeing these influencers who are 20 something and we are not 20 something, and we are trying to promote our business and we are comparing ourselves to 20 somethings, we're always going to fall short because we are not 20 somethings. But the thing is you are not meant to be 20 something. You were, and you lived through it, and you have a bajillion amounts of experience that you can provide those 20 somethings, and they want to hear it. They don't care so much, about the things that you're caring about and judging. And I really, really, really want this message to hit, because I work with people who are of many different ages, backgrounds, walks of life, have been through a whole lot of different things in their life, and now they own a business, or they run a business, or they manage a business, whatever. And what's interesting about confidence is that it affects everyone. There are very few people who I have worked with, and I work with CEOs down to, I want to start this jewelry business from the clay that I make at my table after my kids go to bed. So, Fortune 500 CEOs also have confidence issues. And the confidence issue is a trickle-down situation. So if your CEO doesn't have confidence, then the team isn't working on all cylinders, and then the creative abilities or the skill sets or whatever it is that business is supposed to be doing is stifled. Confidence is really key everywhere. And I don't think that it's confidence in myself. I am awesome. No. Well, you are, but that's not the point. And it's not necessarily confidence in Jesus. Jesus can do everything, but you have to do it too. And you can't just have confidence in Jesus and sit on a couch and expect your life to be beautiful. You have to have confidence in Jesus and then also go out and do what he tells you to do, or live your life, or help people, or own a business. You have to have more. Confidence is the fuel that lets you do it. And I'm seeing that a lot of people don't know how to utilize their inner skill sets to jazz themselves up to feel even so much as confident enough to do the bare minimum when it comes to social media content. So when we look at influencers and we scroll through marketing, we see all these perfected videos with all these captions and beautiful scripts, and I was hooked right from the beginning. And we want to create that for our business too. Maybe you mow lawns and you want to have something that's super engaging that'll get 5 million views too. And when you look up how to market yourself, everybody says, go copy what they did and just make it for your business. The problem with copying somebody else's creativity is it stifles you. And the problem with copying without confidence means you don't really have a leg you're standing on. If you're not copying something that was legit, you're wasting your time. So somebody else might make a great reel and you could input, a similar video of you mowing a lawn on it. But if the message doesn't fit right, if it doesn't hit your audience, if you can't speak it right, if it's not really what you meant to say, but it was viral, then it's not going to hit. Things that hit are things that are real. And if you are not confident, you cannot be real. And there's a problem with reels and all kinds of marketing techniques and things that you hire a manager to do for you and then it falls flat. That's because it's not real. 9 times out of 10, if you hire a marketing team, they are going to ask you for pieces of raw content that they could utilize in order to make visually appealing or posts or things, different concepts, right? So we can utilize raw content in multiple different ways. And if there's not a lot of raw content available, then it really ties hands of marketing managers to use stock photos for everything, for every reel, for every graphic, for every email. And while that does work and stock photos are great, it's very beneficial for you to put real, authentic something type of flavor into your business. So if you need a stock photo of a backdrop, but you can put your selfie holding your, new machine you bought for your spa in front of it, great. See, you use some stock photos, but it's authentically edited. It's authentically you. It's you. And that's the part that is missing when people are not confident enough to take videos. And I'm going to give you an example of a few clients who I've met with who have been absolutely ecstatic about the idea of making funny videos. And they're so excited to educate their audience. And they have dreams of all these, content that they want to get from their head to their audience. And they're really, 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 really excited about that audience having the message and then being that a lead into their business. And so they meet with me. I hear what those messages are. I write those messages down. We come up with some scripts, some topics, some things. I say, okay, I can put all this together. I need you in front of your selfie to do this part, or just sit there real quick and do this part, or film this and I can do the rest. And I'll tell you, they will be responsible for 1 or 2% of this entire project. I won't be giving them a script and a camera and a tripod and stuff. For giant scripts, I do suggest a tripod. I won't be doing that. I'll literally be saying, can you just do this 10-second clip or some raw footage of this? I just need something real that I can then put this whole message on, and I can do the rest of it. I just need this one piece. And that 1 to 2% consistently with a certain type of client that I have cuts them off. That's where they stop. That project never goes forward. And I'll be honest, I've moved forward on the projects and I've tried to make these things go, authentically real and get them to, and they haven't. And I've had to fire a few clients because I know that I can take your money, make some graphics, post some things and reach a few people. But my goal is to help your business succeed, and authenticity is what will help your business succeed. So what I need from you is to forget that you're going to be watching your videos. I need you to forget that you have a expectation on what your videos are going to look like. And I need you to forget that you have an expectation of perfection from a world-class video production studio every time you turn your camera on. And I want you to grab your phone, and I want you to either put it on selfie or put it on a tripod, whatever's easiest for you. Turn on the start and tell me in as short a time as possible, I don't care how long, about your business, and send it to me. And that's a practice. So just turn your camera on, make sure that you like the angle or not, I don't really care, and tell me about your business. I'll see if I can use it in a reel and see if we can get you some new attention on your business. I can't promise that if we put up a reel of you mowing a lawn, that people near you are going to see it and call you. I don't know your audience. I don't know how many people mow lawns near you. I don't know how many of those people that mow lawns near you are advertising and going viral and already have clients. I don't know the saturation of the market. What I do know is I can get you attention, and if you are able to utilize that attention to give me more content that will bring them to you, or give me more content that will make them convert, or if you can get to them to convert from the attention. That's the whole point of social media. We put way too much effort on it needing to be perfect, and it needs to be presentable, like a commercial that we filmed for a $50 million budget. None of that is, it's a video that maybe 300 people, maybe 3 million people will see about how you mow a lawn. Let's not put a lot of thought into it. Let's put a lot more content up. And the confidence factor is usually 99% of the time you being your own worst critic. So I challenge you, if this is a problem for you, and you are finding that every time you create a video for your marketing team, you erase it, or you just don't have those, or you never find time to do that, you probably have a confidence issue. And I'm going to ask you to do a training situation. Do that one video I told you about, but there's a training situation you can do, a couple week challenges, and it gets you out of that issue. We are a marketing team, and we work with clients who have this trouble specifically because they need to work with a marketing team who can take their creative genius and run with it. And it's really, really hard when any portion of the process is stifled because of confidence. So what we're going to do is put you through this training system where you will get content out of it. You will get confidence out of it. And if you level up and hire us to do it, we will then post that content for you so you can see the fruits of your labor. You can also use this training situation in order to jazz yourself up to go work with your marketing team a whole lot better. But that's not the point of this podcast, okay? I want you to know that if you're a business owner who wants to create content and grab new attention for your business, but you are feeling stuck, the best thing that you can do is push start. You have an idea, you have all the genius, you've already created the business. Don't worry about scripts. Don't worry about makeup. Don't worry about costumes. Don't worry about filming. Don't worry about tripods. Don't worry about lighting. Don't worry about anything that you are trying to make an excuse to stop you from jumping on that camera and saying, "Hi, this is my name. This is what I do." That's all you have to do. 15 seconds a day. "Hi, this is my name. This is another part of my business." Post it. Don't think about it. Don't edit it. Don't do anything with it except to give it a nice cover photo and a caption and post it. And if that's a problem for you, then you need to hire a marketing team. So you need to have two components: confidence to get the content, the raw pieces created, and then you need somebody that can edit those pieces and put them on socials. Neither part is hard. Neither part needs to be a ridiculous stress situation. But if dollars are an issue or confidence are an issue, you are going to get stifled. And I don't want that. So here I'm going to leave you on one last little note. You are an amazing business owner who started something because you had a calling and a purpose. Do not let some platform that is full of dog pictures and dinner pictures scare you out of reaching clients. There are very few people who can't benefit from social media, but there are a lot of people that don't have to be on it to succeed. And if you are one of those people that social media is just gonna cause you drama, then get off of it, and I'll teach you how to market yourself outside of social media if that's a thing. But here's the deal. There are going to be times when you have to buck up and pull your confidence from your bootstraps when you don't think you have it and market your business, because otherwise how is anyone going to know that you do what you do? There's also going to be times when you have to put some dollars down. And if you don't want to do the content yourself, if you can't, if you're not feeling confident, if you're too busy, if you just don't want to be on camera, if you have no way to film it, then it's going to cost dollars to get real authentic content. You can buy these templates, you can take these courses, and you can hire these teams that are cheap and easy, but you don't get results with cheap and easy. You get it done, maybe, but you have to decide what you want out of things. And if what you want is success, then your two things that you need are confidence and the knowledge that you might have to put some dollars down. And I'm not talking like a bajillion dollars, but to hire a good marketing team, you need to start at least $500. This has been an episode of Marketing Minutes with the Nerd in Charge. Please look for more episodes and videos for marketing your business coming soon to faceitsofinspiration.tv.